You discarded this connection completely. You didn't just walk out. You took the whole thing, packed it up, and threw it away like it never meant anything to you at all. And now the other person is furious. Now your ex is out there begging, and I mean begging, for you to return. It's finished. You already left them behind. And my wonderful soul, they are eating that. They are eating that dust right now, choking on it, and they don't even know how to express it to you. So let's dive into it, because this one is juicy, this one is messy, and this one is going to feel deeply personal. So stay with me, okay? So picture this. You are going about your daily life. Maybe it's an ordinary Tuesday. Maybe you're making coffee, tea. Maybe you are driving somewhere with the window cracked and the radio playing, not even thinking about this individual because you have moved on. You have established a completely new rhythm for your days. And meanwhile, across town or across a country or however far away they are from you now, this person is sitting there completely falling apart. Not because they miss their relationship the way you might think. It goes deeper than that. It's because they finally realize what they possessed, and they are realizing it too late. And that timing right there, that is what's killing them slowly. Here's the truth nobody admits out loud. When you walk away from someone who took you for granted, there is this delay like a text that says delivered, but not read. They don't feel it right away. At first they feel free. At first they feel like, all right, a little space, a little room to breathe. Maybe even a little relief because things had become heavy. But then the days start accumulating, and one morning they wake up and reach for their phone out of habit, expecting a good morning text that never arrives. And that's when it hits differently. That's when the walls start closing in a bit. And that is precisely where we stand right now with this person. They are deep, deep, deep in the discomfort of understanding what silence truly sounds like. Not the peaceful kind of silence, the kind that rings inside your ears at 2 in the morning. The kind where you keep checking your device even though you know nothing is coming. You didn't just walk away. You closed a chapter they thought they were still writing. Yes. And that's the part they cannot process. They kept assuming there were more pages, more chances, more opportunities to get things right. And you actually quietly slammed the book shut and walked out of the library. Let's discuss how we arrived here. Because you didn't just wake up one morning and decide to throw this away for no reason. Let's acknowledge that you gave this individual chance after chance after chance. You sat with the hot and cold behavior. You sat through the disappearing acts where they would go silent for days, then pop back up like nothing ever happened, all charming, all sweet, acting as though you were supposed to just pick up right where things left off. And you did for a while. Yes, you made excuses for them. You told yourself maybe they were just busy. Maybe they were just going through something. Maybe next time things would be different. And every single time you granted them one more shot at being the person they claimed to be. Here is what they failed to realize. While they were busy disappearing and reappearing, all that keeping you on your toes, all that little push and pull game, they thought that was cute. They thought that would keep you interested, keep you chasing, keep you hooked without them ever having to truly show up. What they failed to calculate was your limit. They didn't know exactly where that boundary was, and one day you reached it and didn't make an announcement. You didn't start an argument about it. You simply, calmly removed yourself from the entire situation. And that quiet exit, that is the loudest thing that has ever happened to them. They treated you like an option, so you reminded them that you are a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And honey, that reminder is currently living in their head, rent-free, playing on a loop they cannot stop. They cannot do that. Now here comes the part that is going to make you sit up a little straighter, because this is where the third party enters the picture, and this is where things get spicy. See, while all this hot and cold nonsense was going on with you, this person wasn't just sitting at home lonely, waiting for you to text back. No, they had someone else in the mix, someone they were entertaining, someone they were spending time with, someone they thought could fill the space while they kept you on the back burner, just in case things didn't work out elsewhere. Classic move. You recognize that classic move. Keeping one person warming the bench while you go play the field, believing you will never notice, believing you will always be right there whenever it is convenient for them. But something happened that they did not anticipate. Once you were genuinely gone, once you actually blocked the number, changed how you present yourself, stopped answering, stopped explaining yourself, and most importantly, once this person realized that whoever they were entertaining on the side doesn't compare to you, not even close, and that comparison is eating them alive right now, because now they are stuck with someone who cannot give them what you provided, someone who lacks your energy, your presence, the way you made them feel safe and challenged simultaneously. And this third party is noticing that. Oh, they are noticing it in a big way. They thought they were getting an upgrade, but they actually just downgraded their entire life. And now they are stuck staring at the receipt, wondering, of course, where they went wrong. This third party is not foolish. No, people know when they are a second choice. They know when the person they are with is distracted, distant, constantly checking their phone, staring off into space, thinking about someone who isn't them. And this third party is furious. Yes, furious because they are putting in effort and receiving nothing in return. Furious because they can feel, sure they can feel, that they are being compared to a ghost, to a memory, to you, and they are losing that comparison every single time. So now you have this entire messy triangle happening, where your ex is drowning in regret, the third party is drowning in resentment, and you are sitting pretty, completely unaffected, living your actual life. Yes, the third party isn't mad at you. They are mad because they won the prize only to realize the prize is a liability without you. Let's slow down for a moment, because I want you to really sit with something. Remember how I mentioned earlier that this person thought they could keep playing games without facing consequences? Here is where that circles back around, because everything they did, every single instance of ghosting, every hidden conversation, every time they vanished only to reappear like nothing happened, that behavior is precisely what taught you how to live without looking back. They built the exit door themselves, brick by brick, and now they are standing on the other side of it, sorry, banging on it, wondering why it won't open, failing to realize they are the ones who constructed it in the first place. This is what we call a garage sale of the soul. They took your love, your patience, your loyalty, and they put it out on the lawn like old junk, thinking they could haggle the price down, thinking they could grab it for nothing. But you closed the shop. You packed up your self-worth and walked away. And now they are standing on that empty lawn with nothing in their hands, realizing that what they threw in the trash was actually antique, irreplaceable, unique, and entirely out of their league. Now let's get into the part where they start reacting or reaching out, because this is happening, or it's about to happen, or it has already happened, and you are only now piecing it together. You know those random numbers that pop up on your phone, the calls from unrecognized numbers, the messages from accounts you've never seen before, some new profile trying to slide into your DMs acting like a complete stranger. Yes, that is them. You already know it's them. Deep down, trust yourself, trust your instincts. Deep down, you knew it the second that message came through, because something about the wording, the tone, the way they phrase things, it's unmistakable. Even when they try to disguise it, your ex is begging because the grass wasn't greener. It was just spray-painted. They are reaching out from secret accounts because they burned the direct line of communication. They know you blocked them. They know you aren't answering. So they are getting creative, really hoping you will respond to a stranger before you realize who is finally behind the screen. And when you figure it out, and you always figure it out, they get embarrassed. They back off for a minute, and then try again from somewhere else. It's exhausting for them, honestly, running around trying every possible angle to get a single crumb of your attention and receiving absolute zero in return. They wanted to see if they could do better, and the universe answered with a resounding no. And listen, some of you have noticed something even more unsettling, like this person seems to know things about your day that they shouldn't know. Maybe they show up somewhere you happen to be. Maybe they comment on something you only told a couple of people about. That's not a coincidence. And it's not magic either. It's simply someone who is far too invested in tracking your every move because they cannot accept that you moved on without them. It's uncomfortable. It's a lot. And it says everything about where their head is at night. Now they are consumed, completely consumed with trying to find a way back in. They are checking your stories from burner accounts, asking mutual friends about you, driving past your usual spots. It's giving obsessed, and not in a cute way, so be careful about that. Here is what is truly wild, though, and I need you to really absorb it. This person is now sitting with something they have never had to face before, which is genuine, gut-level regret. Not the fake kind where they apologize merely to get back into your good graces. Real regret. The kind that keeps you awake at night, replaying every single moment you had it good and failed to appreciate it. They are replaying the mornings you made coffee for them. They are replaying the way you used to show up for them without them even asking. They are replaying every text you sent that they left on read because they were too busy chasing something shinier. And now none of that shine matters because none of it is you. The karmic debt just came due, and they lack the emotional currency to pay it. And the third party is watching all of this unfold in real time. They are watching this person spiral, watching them become distracted, watching them check their phone constantly, hoping for a response from you that isn't coming. And that third party is furious, like I said. But underneath that fury, there is also this creeping realization that they got mixed up in something they cannot win because you cannot compete with a ghost. You cannot compete with someone's greatest regret. Every time this person looks at their third party, whether they intend to or not, they are making comparisons. And the comparison always ends the same way, with you winning without even trying. The third party is furious because they are looking at a man or woman who is physically present, but emotionally haunted by you. And that is a difficult pill to swallow. Now let's talk about you for a second, because this entire situation isn't really about them. It's about you, my beautiful soul, and how far you have come since you made the choice to walk away. You are out here living. You aren't sitting around checking your phone waiting for an apology. You are not stalking their social media, wondering who they are with. You have redirected all that energy back into yourself, and it shows. Yes, people notice it. You have this glow about you now, this ease in how you carry yourself, because you are no longer carrying the weight of someone else's chaos. You dropped that weight the moment you walked away, and your entire body feels lighter for it. You aren't the one who lost. You are the one who escaped. And here is the thing that really gets under their skin. It's not that you are doing well out of spite. You aren't doing well to prove a point. You are doing well because you genuinely feel better without them. And that authenticity, that real, unbothered peace, is something they cannot stand. Because if you were miserable, if you were struggling, that would almost make sense to them. That would fit the story they tell themselves. But you thriving, you laughing with your friends, you focusing on your goals, you looking better than ever, that disrupts their entire narrative. And it should. Yes, it should, because that narrative was never true to begin with. You know that silence is the loudest message you can ever send to someone who took your voice for granted. And right now, your silence is screaming. Let's talk about what happens next, because a lot of you are wondering if this person is actually going to reach out directly, drop the secret accounts, shed their disguises, and come to you with an actual apology. And for a good number of you, yes, that is coming. They are going to try to pop back up eventually, acting all humble, all soft-spoken, talking about how much they have changed, how much they have realized, how sorry they are for everything. And here is what I need you to keep in mind. When that moment arrives, you do not owe this person a single second of your time, just because they finally figured out what they lost. Do not mistake their begging for love. It is actually regret mixed with an ego bruising. Growth that only happens after someone loses something isn't real growth. It's grief. It's not a transformation. It's a reaction. True change happens when you are comfortable, when nobody is watching, when there are no external incentives attached. This person didn't wake up one random day and decide to become better for no reason. They became better the exact second they realized you were never coming back. And that is not the same thing as genuine change. That is panic, wearing the costume of growth. And you are far too smart, far too intelligent. So when they do reach out, and again, for many of you, they already have, whether directly or through one of those secret accounts, you get to choose. You get to decide what you want to do with that. Not because I am telling you which path is right, but because you already know deep within your gut precisely how you feel about the idea of going back. Some of you feel that slight pull, that little what if. Yes, and that's okay. That's human. But I want you to notice something.